In the rap game, I took a break and a lot of stuff changed. Never would have imagined that everything that happened was part of the Father's divine scheme. Look at the way that He works, look at the things that He's done. Our creation sings the songs of His marvelous love. It's captivating. Better yet for me, it's rehabilitating. Granted amnesty when I rejected Him, that's so amazing. It keeps me coming back, thirsty for more. Like Eminem, man, I wanna see His encore. Cause I'm reminded of my past as I think about the last time that I chose wrong over right. Like fully aware of the cost of my sin, I continue to indulge cause it feels so nice. Like medicating the pain inside, sins that I tried so hard to hide. But then I see the displacement between myself and God. I know it's killing me, but man, it's hard to let it go. And more than anything, I wish that He would take me home. But where is home? I'm so caught up that I can't tell. I think it's heaven, but the way I'm living's looking more like hell.
Where is the night?
Man, I got nothing and I'm holding back, I'm all in. So play this record from start to finish, do it again. But on that second time, digging to the lyric that I wrote to step from mine. You search to find quality rhymes to speak truth, and you finally get the reason why I step in the booth. Come on, I'm a servant of the holy rock, so I occupy that hard knock life. Preaching Christ to the rhymes are right. Tell the haters that we're gonna get it done tonight. Like, in the midst of the junk we face, man, we got a backbone and the name is grace. So when the good or the bad, doesn't matter where we at, cause the hope is predicated on our sacred faith. Yeah, I spit that line with ease, but man, it's been a journey. And though I'm wiser than I was, man, I'm still learning. Trying to hone my craft before I'm out of time. So every line that I write is purpose to change lives. And when it's time that I hang up the gloves and hit the bench, I pray to God that the time He gave me was wisely spent. I say this now, but that's the thesis of my artistry. That's the way it's been and that's the way it's always gonna be.
Where is the night?
reason to keep enduring the struggle. The weight of it's incredible, daily it seems to double, and the valley keeps extending while I'm trying to find direction. Fearing in the feelings of regret and self-reflection. And I'm stressing cause I can't allow these things to steal my focus. But every time I pray I feel like it's just hocus pocus, and I know I should be over this. Tired of taking all these hits. Every day reminds me of my present state of brokenness. What can I say, Lord? I'm trying to pray, Lord, but there's so much is going on, I'm about to break, Lord. I took a break to reevaluate my purpose, my conclusion. Life without your word is close to worthless. I've heard this for many years, yet it still seems hard to grasp. Hard to keep your faith when all you see is damage in your past. And I'm so fed up with the way that I've been living. I got some younger siblings that look up to me, it's killing me. But would they see if they could look into my inner being? Would they see you, or would they see my deepest inner demons? It's nights like these that keep me in the darkest place, looking to the heavens, hoping that I can find amazing grace. Maybe this is just the way that you intended me to be. Nah, cause what I am is a catastrophe. My lips drip from the blood of my blasphemy. I'm calling out, is there any mercy left for me? If there is, make it known. Give me peace, give me stones. Let me build up my life like a new home. Through these valleys I walk as the night falls dark. Lord, I call on your name, I am not alone. To the mountains I climb, it's the hope that I'll find in your name and the peace that you promised. As a shepherd guides sheep, Lord, I seek to comply with your will. Let my life pay homage. If I do, I know I'm just living a lie. It's a disguise, a fallacy that I claim is right. No space to hide, so I'm awkwardly squeezed between these contradicting thoughts and beliefs. I'm trying to fight this disease, but all I'm doing is falling right back into it. One side of me's disgusted, the other side wants to do it. And in the midst of these trials that I've been facing, I see the way my sin is affecting my close relations. I hate it, God, I really do, and words can't express it. You called on me to lead the Jesus, I can't even follow you. Why did you choose me? I'm such a mess, please take me out of this and use another vessel. These hands hold the sins of an addict that's never cried for help. No one really knows him cause he hardly even knows himself. God, I see these issues in my life and I need you. I admit it, Lord, it's you I'll plead to. Sometimes I sit back and think about what my life's become. So much has happened and now that chapter's about to be done. I guess I took it for granted cause it was really fun, meeting all these people and biking out on a setting sun. And in the midst of the craziness that we're calling life, I've been reminded of something that I can't leave behind. Cause I had told myself way back when that this day would come, I would have to let this go, and that was an intended pun. So what I've got to say is this: I'm tired of being scared. I held so much from you, I thought that you would never care. now the time is here, I've gotta make this statement clear. I've cared about you so much and I wish that I could steer this life into the direction I wish that it would go. To slow it down cause it's moving too fast to get me grown. But in the time that I'm given, I wanna let you know my feelings haven't changed, nevertheless I'll say there was a time when I figured that all that we could be was simply friends, and I told you that on this very stage. I'm looking back on it, wishing that I could find the page auto-corrected, and this is probably what I would say. I'm not sure what this means for us or what it means for me, but there's nobody else I know that makes me feel this way. I've tried to move along, but something grips me like a chain. I look into your eyes and English words cannot explain the strange emotion I get. It's like I'm having a fit. I'm thinking logically, but logic doesn't make any sense. I feel it in my soul, it's like a heart attack. Cause what I wanna say I can't, I've gotta face the facts. I've gotta face the fact that pretty soon I'll have to pack. I'll have to pack my bags and hit the road, and girl, it's sad. I wish I could've told you sooner, but I couldn't grab that opportunity, so I just had to write this rap.
Hush little baby, don't you cry, I'm gonna sing you a lullaby. I said, hush little baby, don't you cry, I know it seems hard, but it's gonna be alright.
I wrote this song cause I suck at making my feelings known. I'll end up stuttering, stammering, just like skipping stones. And so I write these songs and hope that you can understand. I hope that I can find you as you are and take your hand. And I would tell you it doesn't matter which way you turn. True love is patient, so even throughout the cold it burns. It's been a lesson I found incredibly hard to learn. It's even harder to live it, but here's what I've discerned. I might not be that guy to take you in the future days, but to that guy I pray that he would treat you like a queen. I pray that he would treasure you like gold and jewels and chains. I pray that he would be there with you in the times of pain. I pray that y'all would love each other with the love of Christ. I pray that y'all would let his spirit infiltrate your lives. And with the mutual love, I pray that you both will grow. I wrote this song cause I love you and I just hope it shows.
Hush little baby, don't you cry, I'm gonna sing you a lullaby. I said, hush little baby, don't you cry, I know it seems hard, but it's gonna be alright. Hush little baby, don't you cry, I'm gonna sing you a lullaby. I said, hush little baby, don't you cry, I know it seems hard, but it's gonna be alright.
Yeah. I don't have a lot of words for this one, so just hear me out. Maybe you'll understand.
I never planned for this, I never planned to write this song. Never planned to be seeing my mother's tears again. She got the call and it broke her heart what the doctor said, claiming her father had stopped breathing and now he's dead. I never thought that I'd cry so much when I got the news. I told my two younger sisters, man, they were so confused. I guess their minds couldn't comprehend what my statement meant. We'd seen him just a few weeks ago, he was so convinced that he would make it out and celebrate his 81st. But God decided to take him before his date of birth. How can you try to convince somebody it's all good when nothing in your life's going the way you think it should? 3 weeks later, Grandmommy had gone to see the Lord. Many tears were shed as we closed the door on that chapter and set our gaze on the days ahead. If life's a canvas, I think it ought to be painted red.
to the funeral, the mood was somber. Sitting in the pews as my relatives were honored. Still in disbelief, later we took a drive past the hospital. I could have sworn it was still alive. I still remember the halls, the nurses' meals and the walls. That constant faith that convinced us that God was there through it all. Now that faith was gone, replaced by grief and rage. They say get over it, but man, it's hard to turn the page. Walking through the house and longing just to see their faces, longing to hear them speaking. It's so hard for me to say this without the tears falling, cause in my heart it's true. There's just so many things I wish I had the chance to do, and had the chance to say, like I just love you both. And things will never be the same, man, this much I know. It's hard to let this go and set my gaze on days ahead. If life's a canvas, I think it ought to be painted red.
Yeah. Every now and then, I feel like life can kind of get to us. Got rough circumstances, people getting on your nerves. Well, here's what we can tell them. Yeah.
Hey, they can't take us down, now they can't take us down. They can't take us down, now you'll never take us down. They can't take us down, no, they can't take us down. We got assurance in our Father, they can't take us down. Cause there's no denying that life's been trying to take us down, but we come back.
I've had some rough nights, oftentimes I can't even sleep. I feel this pressure rising up and I can't find a relief. I've tried to pin it, like maybe I just need to release, but it's so hard to verbalize it, bro, it's like a disease. On top of that, I got my future to consider. So many honeys passing by, I'm feeling kinda bitter. Cause if I'm really honest, man, I'm sick of being single. I'm sick and tired of being friend zoned when I mingle. But truthfully, I think it goes deeper than that. By that I mean that maybe there's something I honestly lack, and I've been way too busy trying to point the finger at my problems, instead of spending time with the only one I know can solve them. And I bet a lot of people can admit that truthfully they felt the same. When difficulty comes, all they do is just complain. So focused on the negative, it's really such a shame. When going gets tough, that's the best part of the game. Cause they can't
take us down, now they can't take us down. They can't take us down, now you'll never take us down. They can't take us down, no, they can't take us down. We got assurance in our Father, they can't take us down. Cause there's no denying that life's been trying to take us down, but we come back again.
How come my greatest times of growth are often when we fail? It's probably cause in those moments we let go of the sails and trust His Spirit to enlighten us and take the wheel, recalibrating our systems, guiding us to His will. It's so rejuvenating, and that's why I preach it still. That's why I have the faith and confidence to climb these hills and know that He is God, the one they try to kill. But as I speak, I know that seat up in heaven is filled. I think that statement deserves some kind of commemoration. From the front to the back, turn up, man, it's the top of celebration. Acknowledge who He is, acknowledge what He did. Quit holding back and you'll surely receive what He has to give. And in that moment you can join us as we celebrate the God who blesses with the purpose and extended grace. What else is there to say? Go check out Hebrews 10. Although we fall, we got the power to get up again. Yeah. Although we fall, every single one of us has the power to get up again. So do not throw away this confident trust in the Lord. Remember the great reward it brings you. Patient endurance is what you need now, so that you will continue to do God's will. Then you will receive all that is promised. Hey, they can't take us down. Now they can't take us down. They can't take us down. Now you'll never take us down. They can't take us down. Hey, they can't take us down. We got assurance in our Father. They can't take us down. 'Cause there's no denying life's been trying to take us down, but we come back. Hey, they can't take us down. Now they can't take us down. They can't take us down. Now you'll never take us down. They can't take us down. Hey, they can't take us down. We got assurance in our Father. They can't take us down. 'Cause there's no denying life's been trying to take us down, but we come back again. I got some things on my mind, let me vibe with you. Spend time, verbalize all these thoughts with you. Take a break from the formality and just be real. Yeah man, this is how I feel. I got some things on my mind, let me vibe with you. Spend time, verbalize all these thoughts with you. Take a break from the formality and just be real. Yeah man, this is how I feel. I tried to walk the path, but then I lost my way. So much is changing this culture, and now the church is swayed. So many Christians divided on how we ought to stand on things like homosexuality, but what's our stand? Some people ask how I'm feeling, how about I let them know? 'Cause to be honest, I'm heated, 'cause no one really knows how to stand up and speak the words of Christ. So let me do it while I've got my hands around this mic. So anything that contradicts what God would deem as right is absolutely sin. So gay marriage does not agree with Christ. And we can fuss and fight and debate it for ages, but my faith is rooted deeply in the truth that never changes. That never changes, so stick it in your cranium. And though I don't support it, man, I'll always show these people love. So churches, open up your doors and let the damage in, 'cause all of us are broken people that need forgiveness of sin. I got some things on my mind, let me vibe with you. Spend time, verbalize all these thoughts with you. Take a break from the formality and just be real. Yeah man, this is how I feel. I got some things on my mind, let me vibe with you. Spend time, verbalize all these thoughts with you. Take a break from the formality and just be real. Yeah man, this is how I feel. I feel like spitting something gritty in this time. Let me talk about this industry. Christian rap's evolving and it's got some people questioning. Is it Christian rap or is it rap that comes from Christian roots? And is it right or wrong to take the Christian out of what we do? These are legitimate questions, but here's what pissed me off. We got some people rebuking others in the name of God, and now the whole community is just divided. Can't we see that this is what the enemy desires? If the purpose in you spitting is simply the Great Commission, and get fishing and quit putting fuel in this bad division. Every single one of us was gifted by the Holy Ghost. With that blessing comes responsibility to focus our attention on the source at hand, aka the Son of Man. When that focus shifts, we got a problem and we'll need to stand back and acknowledge our motives before the King of Kings, recognizing that He's the reason why we sing. I got some things on my mind, let me vibe with you. Spend time, verbalize all these thoughts with you. Take a break from the formality and just be real. Yeah man, this is how I feel. I got some things on my mind, let me vibe with you. Spend time, verbalize all these thoughts with you. Take a break from the formality and just be real. Yeah man, this is how I feel. Last but not least, I feel the need to speak on the fact that most churches in our country separate whites and blacks. Now picture that, the so-called imitators of God have let our prejudice and preferences split us apart. Now consider what unbelievers think, seeing that we glorify the God that dropped to earth to form the church and make it unified. Whether it's Ferguson or Baltimore, how can we try to advocate equality but lack it in the house of God? I don't pretend to have the answers, but I have a voice, and in regards to these issues, all of us have a choice. We can choose to take the easy route and let it be, or we can choose obedience, serving God for the world to see. Between those choices, I'm sure we can agree on what's right, and that's a difficult road, but man, it's worth the fight. And though it isn't much, I pray this song can shed some light, and more importantly, spread the gospel message of Christ.
I got some things on my mind, let me vibe with you. Spend time, verbalize all these thoughts with you. Take a break from the formality and just be real. Yeah man, this is how I feel. I got some things on my mind, let me vibe with you. Spend time, verbalize all these thoughts with you. Take a break from the formality and just be real. Yeah man, this is how I feel. I got some things on my mind, let me vibe with you. Spend time, verbalize all these thoughts with you. Take a break from the formality and just be real. Yeah man, this is how I feel. I got some things on my mind, let me vibe with you. Spend time, verbalize all these thoughts with you. Take a break from the formality and just be real. Yeah man, this is how I feel. And so we stand from the hills, overlooking the world we built. Ain't it pretty, son? You can make it better. Cause your time will come. Once my time is done, the world is yours. The world is yours. You're a God among men.
Take a glimpse of your kingdom. Nice fields plus the valleys and hills. You are a king, son. Don't you forget it. Inherited authority, stemming from a dynasty of full superiority. Just how it ought to be, and we declare it audibly. Walking through our cities, remind the people who takes the lead. And if they question it, each word the lash across their back, or bomb above the roof keeps them in the lower class. They low on cash, you see it, but that's the way it is. Fathers non-existent and mothers struggle to feed the kids. We let it go cause they're animals crowding up the boat, begging for assistance while robbing us from our humble home. And even more, we see them taking out their own. Many flock to crime and terrorism once they fully grown. So child, take my word, follow in my footsteps. Honor my legacy as you take hold of this leadership.
And so we stand from the hills, overlooking the world we built. Ain't it pretty, son? You can make it better. Cause your time will come. Once my time is done, the world is yours. The world is yours. You're God among men.
Dear Bell, you're hearing my children wail, hearing the sound of pain and destruction deep in this hell. I guess it's kinda hard for your ears to pick up the struggle, cause all you've ever known is the life you've lived in that bubble. Luxurious and lavish, domesticated existence. How can you claim to understand our lowly position while you're sitting above the clouds, high above the highest heights, cozy in that Tower of Babel, viewing the countryside? See, there's a duality to my analogy. Case in point, your kingly title is a logical fallacy, cause you've never had authority. It's you that's the minority, standing from the hills and looking at us like you're different, please. Man, you're the same as me, fallen man with fallen dreams, groping for significance and purpose, but you gotta see that nothing in your heart's immaculate, but here's the key. Recognize your humanness, humble yourself before the king.
And so we stand from the hills, overlooking the world we built. Ain't it pretty, son? You can make it better. Cause your time will come. Once my time is done, the world is yours. The world is yours. You're God among men.
So long I wandered and wondered if you could hear my cries. So long I've worn this mask, but you saw through my disguise. You stepped into my life, touched my heart and healed my scars. It's cause of you that I even started penning these bars. Through the hills and the valleys, so many times I felt your spirit speaking to me, guiding me through times of hell. And when I stumbled, you were there to keep me in the race, sanctifying my spirit. God, I'm just so amazed. To you I dedicate this record as my offering. Every line, every song, every word I sing, it's to you I bring this worship cause you so deserve it. Blessing me with these talents, God, without you I'm worthless. Please keep me in the center of your sovereign will, so I can find the strength to make it when the struggle's real. And I can learn to endure the trials and persevere, passionately pressing towards the hope I know is near. You alone are my heart's desire, and I long to worship thee. You alone are my heart's desire, and I long to worship thee. I long to worship you in person, gaze into your eyes, hold the hands that handcrafted this world and gave it life. Dialogue with the designer of my whole existence, the one that knew me and loved me in spite of my condition. Too much to comprehend, but that's the dream I hope to witness. So as my body goes weaker, that image keeps me lifted, that image keeps me driven. That's why I orchestrate these songs of joy and thanksgiving for his amazing grace. And much like David and Solomon, God, I'm such a mess. I write these songs through your spirit, but God, I know my flesh. I feel like Paul in Romans 7, what a wretched man I am, but yet you still offered me your hand. And I can't understand why you would seek to lift me up, fully deserving damnation, but Lord, you took my cup. It all surpasses understanding, so I give it up. All I have to say is thank you for your grace and love. You alone are my heart's desire, and I long to worship thee. You alone are my heart's desire, and I long to worship thee. I don't consider this a song, to me it's something more. To me it's a prayer confessing how much I need the Lord. I see the evidence within the sins I still commit. My soul yearns for that intimate relationship, but far too often I find myself chasing after things, longing for something genuine, but there's not a thing. And so my soul will sing, how great thou art. You came from heaven just to reach my heart, and I can't come up with the proper way to offer gratitude. All I have is this music I dedicate to you. Some won't understand this song, but honestly it's cool. I didn't make it for them, God, I made it for you. And God, I made it in case I never get to produce another track, and this is all I have to speak the truth. So with that in mind, God, I'll step into this booth and sing these words as I anticipate being with you. You alone are my heart's desire, and I long to worship thee. You alone are my heart's desire, and I long to worship thee. You alone are my heart's desire, and I long to worship thee. You alone are my heart's desire, and I long to worship thee.
Yeah. The prayer of my heart, Lord. It's all about you. Always. Okay, so, well, first of all, thank you guys for coming. But I wanted to begin this talk with a familiar passage that has really had an impact on my life personally. And that is James chapter 1. I'm going to focus on verses 2 through 4. We all know the passage, consider pure joy when you're enduring trials of many kinds, because you know that it's going to build the testing of your faith and produce perseverance. But basically, that teaches us that whatever we're in, circumstances, difficulties, trials, we know that the end result, there is an end result and there's a purpose in everything that we go through. I want to back up to Romans chapter 8, specifically verse 28, another familiar passage that we hear. Many times we've heard out of context, but I want to focus in on what the real context and the purpose behind this scripture is. There we got another example of something that shows that regardless of where we are in our lives, God has a divine purpose, a sovereign purpose in all of it. Not a single tear is wasted. Nothing just happens per happenstance. We have a purpose in our lives, and the different difficulties and trials that we endure are God's way of bringing us closer to Him and forming us to be more like His Son through a process called sanctification. So, how we apply this, I believe we can look at our lives in light of those passages and in light of that truth. And in those situations and times in which we have a lot of difficulty, things don't make as much sense, we can begin to understand how God is using that, first of all for His glory, but also for the growth and development of our faith and us as people, because when you go through those things, you grow as a person. So my prayer for us is that we just get to the place in our faith where we can learn to assess our situation and our circumstances of life in light of this truth.